Hey everyone, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. Good morning. Benji says good morning. He's right here. Right, Benji? Good boy. He's a good boy. He's my good boy. All right, so it is the beginning of a new week, and let me tell you, this is it's supposed to be a gorgeous week here in New England. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Hi, Guadalupe. And so, hi, Melissa. So I started thinking, actually, I went out to dinner with my sister. Well, Owen and I went out to dinner with my sister on Friday night, and we ate outdoors, which was a really fun thing. And it was packed. It really was packed. I think everybody was feeling the great weather and, just enjoying the spring. And if you have to endure the winters here, it's sort of like it's a bonus to have an evening like that. And because of COVID, lots of people had set up these outdoor eating things. And one of our local restaurants has had like an empty lot, and it really was an empty lot. They had taken down part of the building, and it was just a plain old empty lot that had fences all around. And so they decided last year to set up what they called, the restaurant's name is Brody's. And so they ended up setting up this outdoor thing called Brody's Backyard. And it's just picnic tables with like a makeshift bar and also some like pallet, like lounge area, so they can have people go out there and they can have, a cocktail and then they can feed people. And they had this whole thing all up, lights at the top and little fake palm trees and even the heating elements, those ones that look kind of like street lights, but they give off heat. So that was set up last year. So my sister said, come on, let's go. And we went down there, and it was so lovely to feel the sun. It was setting, but feel the sun, the warmth from the sun, and a little breeze. And it felt to me a little bit of heaven. It reminded me of going to Aruba and or to any beach, Florida or whatever. And what's so funny about it is it's right next to City Hall, and it's right in the middle of our main street. So even though there are cars going by, it's only going by in the front of it. We sat kind of in the back. You don't even notice, and it's really just takes you away. And it's really just, I hope that they keep it up because it's so much fun. And so with that, I was having conversation with my sister, and I was talking about Owen and what he's going to do this summer. Now, Owen's always done school 12 months out of the year, ever since he was 3. So they have, it's fun. It's called Brody's Backyard, and it's right next to City Hall, and it's really nice. It's worth the trip, Shelley, if you're coming up. It's definitely worth the trip, but you'll have to call me because I'll meet you. So anyway, Owen's done school for 12 months out of the year since he was 3 years old. And in the summertime, he's also done a camp program while he's going to what they call extended school year or summer school. Remember, summer school? And so we have never had a whole lot of time to just sort of do fun things. And every year when the summer starts, I start thinking, boy, there's so many things. I am so blessed to live in one of the most interesting places in the world, I think, the North Shore of Boston. We have history, we have beaches, we have activities, we have everything. And every year I have this little list, and sort of a check-off list, like I want to do this and I want to do that. And so I thought this year I would be more organized about it, and yet be sort of fly by the seat of my pants by coming up with something I'm calling like an activity prompt. Now, this is, if you have ever seen how kids with autism are schooled, this is definitely born from activity prompts are definitely born from trying to teach kids how to gear up for things. It's just kind of like, it's sort of like ADLs, if you know that term, activities for daily living, but it's kind of fun. So the idea here is to come up with a bunch of activities that we want to get done for the summer. So in this case, I have beach day and history lesson and go for ice cream. But there are other things such as like mini golf or clean the backyard so you can have a barbecue, or anything that might be go to a museum, things that you kind of say, yeah, we get to do that sometime, or maybe get real specific. Like we have some great museums here, like the PBD Essex Museum is fabulous. And I always say, I'm going to go. So, and then I just haven't gone in a long time. Or you can use this not just for the summer, you can use this as sort of a date night prompt. Let's say you're married and you go out for your date nights on Saturday night, and you're kind of getting tired of having to pick every week and going, oh, what are we going to do this date night? So I am suggesting that you sit down, write down all the places that you want to go or do or see or whatever. So maybe a concert, or maybe, because sometimes they'll give concerts out like here on the North Shore, they often have summertime concerts, and we have concert series. Now, I know that with COVID, things are starting to loosen up, but there's still, go to Salem Willows, go to Cape Ann, maybe go to see the Gloucester memorials, take a boat ride. There's so much, walk the Freedom Trail. There is just so many there are just so many things to do here. And I'm sure it's the same way in your neighborhood. We just get so stuck in ruts. So how does that pertain to, or how do I bring this back to Cricut? Well, as you guys know, I got my new maker. Here we go. This is the new maker. I don't know. Somebody called it champagne. I was calling it platinum, but I don't even know what platinum is. But there it is. And thankfully, it is working. I tested it out, and I'm going to get to show you two of the different blades today. We're going to talk about this perforation blade and the scoring stylus. I always have trouble with the S words, the little lisp, I think. So, I put together this project that I will give you, and you can go ahead and add your own ideas. I just put 3 in here, but you can add your own, and I'm going to show you how to put this together. And then what you could do is like maybe put them in a bowl, or maybe a samovar that you happen to pick up down the street at a at the neighbor's garage sale. And I'm laughing because that's what we did this weekend. Or maybe garage sale, or maybe antique hunting, or going for fried clams. I mean, I could sit here and just think all kinds of activities, but then when the time comes for me to decide, I get analysis paralysis over what we should do. And sometimes you just need to throw those dogs in the car and your kid and just go, and just drive and enjoy. We could do this with beaches. Like we could just put all the beaches that are here on the North Shore, and we'll say, which beach are we going to today? Rip it off and find out. So this is kind of, it's one of those, you can make this work to your advantage based on what you have or who you are or where you live. And it's perfect. It's perfect. So, I got this, the actual project from, right. So you don't say, where did my weekend go? You can say, well, this weekend, and we had a very exciting weekend this weekend, and I'm so glad, because I really had nothing planned. We ended up with going out to dinner, and then we cleaned up our backyard to get ready. I ordered a fire pit to have little fires outside. That's something new for us. And we went to a wonderful yard sale and talked with friends and did a nice little walk too. So it was really a fun weekend. So I want to show you how we do it. So before I get started, and I know I just talked for 10 minutes straight and I apologize. Before I get started, I wanted to just welcome anybody that's new or welcome back if you haven't been around. This is Cricut Chat. My name is Rita from the Facebook channel, Miss Rita to the Rescue. We do this every day, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And then on Saturdays for date night, this past Saturday, it's at 7 o'clock. This past Saturday, and you know, Brent's saying something about s'mores, and I was thinking, you know, even this would be a fun thing to do with evening dinners. You know, maybe you'd have to you know, do it ahead of time, but you could write down all your favorite dinners and then, and like say maybe, you know, grilled cheese or something and tomato soup and, hamburgers and, you know, tuna casserole or something. And then you could say, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? Right? And Michael's has cards stock on sale for 3 for $10. That's a good price. So anyway, we did this past Saturday night. We had a boatload of fun making alcohol ink tiles. So if you haven't seen them, I am going to encourage you to go back and look at them. I'm going to show you the ones that we did. Here's one that we did. You Are Enough. And this one I did before the show, Darling, You're Fabulous. And then the last one that I struggled with, look at this, You Are Loved. But I want to point out that after I got off the show, off the call or whatever, I decided that I was going to put the clear coat on this. That was kind of a mistake because if you notice, because the inks are really just so bright and I used white, the ink actually, when I put the clear coat on, settled into the front there. So I don't think these are ready for my local craft store or gift shop, but they are cute and I really love them. And I hope that it has encouraged you to develop your own ideas with alcohol ink. We have a whole bunch more to show you through the summer. So even if you can't make it, like Dorothy's working, she can't make it during the week, but she can come on Saturday night and that's a lot of fun. The other thing I want to mention is that this is the last week to get your name in for the Bundle of Joy, the Bundle of Joy giveaway. And that is a link that you'll find in the description of this video once it's over. Decorating. Dawn says she wants to decorate her trailer. Oh my gosh, Dawn, I've always had this fascination with this kind of fabric. It's called oilcloth, and it's perfect for outside oilcloth because it's plastic. It used to be cloth, like made of very thick cloth that was coated, but now it's plastic over a cotton mesh, and it's perfect for outside. It makes great for cushions, for bunting, tablecloths, things like that. And I was like, what can I do with oilcloth this summer? Because I just love playing with it, and you can sew with it. And it's also great for crafting with your Cricut. You can actually cut it with your Cricut. So I was hoping to pop that in there sometime this summer. Anyway, let's go back to our project for the day. So here's this project for the day. And these are the little cards. Nothing much to see here. They're just little boxes, and you're going to fill them in with whatever you decide you want to do. Okay. And then I have, let me just move all these. Then I have these. And I got these from a project in Design Space. So I wanted to show you where I got this. So I went to projects, and I actually typed in perforation, if you spell it correctly. I used to call it preparation. I don't know why, but it's PERFORATION. When you type that in, it comes up with a number of projects to use with perforation. Isn't this great? Including this adorable Father's Day coupon book, which we can make another time. This is just a really fun thing, and Father's Day is going to be coming next month, right? But you also see there's an advent calendar, a seasonal tree card, a gender reveal. That's kind of fun, a gender reveal card. And then here is the one I got it from, this inspirational, so you can see it, inspirational quote board. So if you're looking for ideas on how to do the perforation, here you go. And so let's go back here so you can kind of see. So this is one example. Now, what I found really interesting, and I wanted to point out to you, is that it almost looks like these are all scored, but they actually, some is perf and some is scoring. And you can tell a little bit because some of the lines are closer together and some of them are wider or set apart a little bit, right? So you see here that these ones here and here and here are set closer together, and that's an indication that it's for perforation. And then the ones on the left are for scoring, okay? And then, of course, it will cut out the entire thing. And then what will happen is you can take your little special thing and take your cutout that you've already run through your machine, and you're going to glue it on here on all the corners, but not the middle. And then when the time comes for you to reveal whatever it is you're going to reveal, you just pull this off. And sorry, I'm new at perforation, but you pull it off. I didn't glue it. But you get the idea, right? And actually, I think the perforation, yes, here it is. So the perforation is on the top and bottom, I think. Yeah. Oh, guess what? We get to go for ice cream today. Isn't that fun? So this was the idea that I came up with. You could do this with a million other ideas, and I could probably come up with a million other ideas for this. But what you want to notice here is that the way this was designed is that this part here is perforated, and it's supposed to rip off cleanly, but it didn't. And then up here is perforated, down here is perforated, but on the sides it's scored. So when you're doing this, if you want to design something yourself, consider that you might need to add scoring for when you're ripping, and also, we're going to want to put the perforation here, not just here, I guess, is what the point that I'm trying to make. Okay. So I am personally going to steal this idea. Instead of putting inspirational quotes, we're making it into an activity prompt. And, I want to just point out on this side. So here is the box that we're going to use. And up here, you see, it says attach. So this is the whole box. And you'll see here that I actually have different layers. So I have a perforate layer, I have a score layer, and then I have a basic cut layer, all in one. Okay, now we can do this ourselves, but since it's already done for us, we don't have to, but I will just show you how we would do that. So we would add a shape. And so if you didn't want to go, I'm going to give you this, but I want you to see how it works, okay? So let's add a shape, and we're going to change the color to white so that you can kind of see, or maybe we'll do yellow, okay? So you can see what I'm doing. So this shape is going to be cut out, and you'll see if you click on it, it says basic shape, okay? But now I want to put this whole thing in here. So what I'm going to do is add another shape, another square, just like this. I might have to actually, I might have to do 2 of these, but so here is the other shape. Now, let's change the color just so you can see the 2 different things. Okay, so the idea with this is that we're going to have like sort of an edge around here so we can glue on this edge. And then we're going to probably want to change this. And I think we probably, let me double check because I want to see if there are any like perforation, like strips. Because somebody, I think it was Melody, told me that there is something, no, not there. Maybe there's strips. She told me that they were in Design Space, but I can't seem to find them right now. Oh, here they are. Here they are. Oh, no, I uploaded these. Well, all right. We don't have to worry about that then. So here we go. And what we would do to change the operation. So look up here under operation. We would change this to perforation. Right up here. Cut. Perforation. Now you'll notice that the solid line has switched to the dashed line. This is not the dashed cut line that we're used to. And so consider that. Now, if you want to make this strip that's going to perforate, what I would do is probably, and I could do a square. You know what? Or maybe we could try a diamond. A square and a diamond. It kind of, no, let's use a square. All right, so let's use a square and let us unlock it and sort of, okay, why isn't it? All right, so let's unlock it and sort of probably need, I'm trying to think how we would do this, but we would probably put this here like this. And maybe we take a triangle. Yeah, let's take a triangle. Yeah. All right, I have to make it smaller though. And maybe we take the triangle and duplicate it. Let's duplicate this. And make it as small as our strip. You see? All right, here we go. Just like this, right? Make 2 of them. Let's duplicate this and put it on the other side around here. So I'm just doing the process of what we already have made. You might say, I don't want to do that. Just give me the file. And I can totally understand that. But I just want you to understand how it works. So then we would do this, and then we would weld this. Right? And then let's go back to our square, and here's our perforation. Let's arrange it to the front. Then we're going to take this and move it into the corners like this. Boop. Just like this. Right? And so I want you to just kind of, I like to give you the files, but I want you to understand how the tools work so you can do your own thing. Isn't that great? So here we go. All right. And it's not quite perfect. You're going to do it better than me, but just to kind of give you an idea. And then I would change this thing into a perforation. Oh, we got a doggy outside. Sorry. Okay, we're going to change this up to operation, and we're going to perforate. and you notice that it changed the color. Hey, teddy bear, come on. It changed the color, and you guys will do it a little bit better. But then what you're going to do is attach them all. And so when this gets done, you'll have this whole thing perforated, okay? So let's go ahead and make some of these. I'm going to show you how I did it. Now, I separated these into 3 different colors. You can do whatever you want, but I basically got some nice summertime things. Look at summertime rainbows, and this really looks like sherbet ice cream. And we're going to hit OK. So here is one example of it. And just because I am the way I am, I think I might do two sets of these, and you'll see that there's 9. So this 10th one, I don't know if I can fit it onto that page, but if I could try. I'm going to hit Move Object and go to this page and see if there isn't a way to put it in there. It might be tough, but I might be able to. It's kind of like checkers, isn't it? I might be able to sort of work around this or something. Anyway, if it doesn't work, you can go ahead and move the object back to a new one. All right, just like this. So it's up to you what you want to do. But when you're going to cut this out, so let's just cut this one out. We're going to be using 2 tools. And what is the first tool that we're going, actually 3 tools. The first tool we're going to use, or that is required, is what? Is scoring, because scoring always happens first. So let us do this. So it comes up. Why did my favorites? Oh, because I changed out my machine. So my favorites didn't come up because apparently that changes with the machine. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so here we go. We're going to do this yellow one, and you'll see along the side it says Score, Perforate, Basic Cut. That's in order. Okay, that's in order. So when I am looking at this, it says tools, and here it shows me a single scoring wheel, and I know it's single because it has the number 01 on it. You see that? 01. Pardon me, I still have ink on my fingers, just certain places. So it says 01, and we're going to put it into clamp B. That's where your blade is, okay? So I have already set up these mats that I have on my I have my summertime paper. So I'm going to move you over. So we're not going to be looking at the screen, but just so you know, that's what your screen's going to look like. And I want to show you how you're going to swap things out. So always, 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 scoring happens first. It happens before perforation. It happens before writing. It happens before any cutting, okay? So here we go. Here's my paper. I'm going to put it in. And I am going to choose my scoring wheel. So right now I have this one adjustable. This is the adjustable tool. And I just press this lever and take off this tip. Then I take the tip that I'm using for scoring. Again, it has 01. There are 2 scoring wheels, 01 and 02. And 01 is for most of your paper needs. 02 is for things that are thicker or maybe a little bit harder to score, such as glitter cardstock, shiny paper, acetate, things like that. Okay, so I've got the 01 in there. So I am now going to reach over and take out my blade and housing, put that in front of me, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in, and you notice that there are these gears here. So see how this has gears, and then there are gears here. This is only for the maker. The maker is the only one that has these gears. So if you have an Explorer, you would not be able to use these tools for your Explorer. Okay, so it's only for the maker. And then I'm going to put it in and match up the teeth of the gear like that. and close it. And now I am ready to hit go. So let's go ahead and hit go. And again, this is just going to do the scoring, which remember was on these two sides right here. Okay, so there's the scoring, and we have the perforation. It's going to be on this side, and then in the middle. So first it's going to the scoring, and then it's going to do the perforation. So the perforation is something I haven't used a whole lot. I did make a couple of coupon books, and I really liked that. And my sister loves perforation. I don't know. My younger sister likes perforation. I should just make her a bunch of stuff that she could rip. She just likes it, feels satisfying to her. And you could find all kinds of different things to do. Maybe something that you want, like an announcement, and you want somebody to take like a tear off, you could perforate them, and then, you know, just have them rip it off, maybe score it along the top, perforate along the side. That would be kind of fun. And there's all kinds of things. The coupon books come to mind. Tickets would be fun if you're planning a little event, or especially if someone like is having a birthday party and they love trains. You could have little tickets, or tickets for some sort of like event. All right, so now I'm taking out my adjustable tool, and I am, instead of putting my blade in, I'm going to take the tip off of this and put on the perforation blade. Now, the perforation blade has the number 12 on it, and it looks like this. So, let's put that on. There we go. See? Oh, yeah, it's a bookmark attached to a card. Yeah, see, you guys are getting creative. So I'm going to put this into my machine and close the clamp. And now it's going to start the perforation. And it actually sounds a little bit different. And I'm so glad this is working. I'm so glad I have the machine, the replacement machine. If you're just joining us, or you didn't hear, my machine was doing some weird things having to do with the pressure, and I was trying to fix it, and the folks at Cricut just said, let's send a new one, because maybe we can't find out what's wrong with it. And that sort of is prompts me to just remind you that if you ever have a problem with your machine and you can't seem to figure it out, it's not always user error. Sometimes it's user error, but sometimes it's just the machine. I mean, they are machines, and believe it or not, like the rotary blade is calibrated. The rotary blade that you get in your maker is actually calibrated to your particular machine. Did you know that? That's just a little fun fact about the maker. So the maker rotary blade that you have is already calibrated to your machine. You don't have to calibrate it. Now, because I have a new machine, I am going to have to go back and recalibrate for print and cut and for the knife blade. And so yeah, now I can show you the rotary blade, because now I have a brand new rotary blade for this machine, and I can show you the fabric with it. It's so cool. What shall we make? I'm thinking maybe some outdoor pillows. Actually did a pillow. I did a pillow iron-on that says "Do What You Love." It's from a graphic that I bought at Etsy, and I decided to do it on iron-on, and I'm going to put it on a pillowcase. And so maybe we can make that pillowcase. I'm not sure. We can always do summertime dog or fur baby scarves. What else? I want to make bunting so bad from oilcloth. I saw it on Pinterest, and I really liked it. So maybe we can do that. Map quilt. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Okay, you can't see my screen, but now all the perforation is done. So let's unclamp this. Take this out. Put it in your, if you have one. put it in your little toolbox for the next time. And by the way, I love this toolbox to see how they just like sit there and they don't touch each other. And plus they all fit in there. And then you can also turn it on the bottom, and there are my tips that I can put in there. I'm going to just put this in there for now. So if you have too many, and I have kind of acquired a lot. I've got 2 deep cut blades, and there's my foil. That's my regular blade. And then look at all of the tools that I have. So funny. It's amazing what you can, what you sort of collect along the way. So here I'm putting back my, my blade, my regular blade, hit the flashing C once again, and we will have our completed perforated. Oh, I've seen that, Shirley. That's Shirley saying she made a little tool bench that fits inside of her maker. So you all know, I hope, that there is a little tray right here that opens up, and you might not know this, but there's a little magnetic part. When this is done, I'll show you. But there's a little magnetic strip on these, and they're really good for holding blades that you haven't used, or if you have the foil, you can use your foil blades or tips. I guess they're called tips, but you can put that in there. I just happen to really like this because you guys know I'm kind of clumsy. I've actually knocked this off of my desk many times, and it hasn't broken, cracked, or anything. And I was really impressed. I've had it for over a year now, and I'm like, this is impressive that it hasn't fallen apart. So now it's almost done with all the cutting, and we're going to take them off, and I'm going to show you how to put them together. Right, so coming up, because we still got a couple weeks left in May, but it just feels summery right now, and Memorial Day this year isn't until the 31st, but I was hoping that we could do some summery things in the next couple weeks. I also wanted to point out that Cricut is running a flower making series that you could watch for free. And I have also some flowers, actually from Lori Whitlock, that are really kind of cute that I'd love to show you as well, that are great for cards. Oops. Hi, Nikki. All right, so it is done. Let's take a look at what we've got. I'm going to just peel off this, keep that paper, and here is our perforation sheets, perforated. So see here, there's perforated right here. Let's see if I can get closer up so you can see. Yeah, and then the scoring is on this side. So let's put a couple of these together. All right. Simple, easy peasy. So once you get this down, I think the hardest part is coming up with ideas that are creative and different, because depending on how many you do that, maybe you want to pick out 12 for the summer, or I don't know, 20. Choose the number of days, and you could do as many days as you want. So I think this project has, let's see, 6, maybe it's like 12 or 18. So you're going to need your card, and remember, it's just a square that I cut out on this cardstock, and then you can either do this by hand or you can do it by your machine. I know you guys gonna want to do it by your machine, and then just write down, go hunting for clams. Go clam digging. All right. That's fun. And we're going to take our little piece here. I'm going to get my glue and look and see where the perf starts. You see that this is right here. And so that would be the start, because it cuts through on the end. And that's what we want for people to pull from that end. So we're going to glue I just think this is a really fun family project, and it sort of puts, if you're the person that makes the decisions what you're going to do all summer long, I hear you, because that's me in my little family, because Owen, he comes up with some ideas too. He's very interesting and interested. Salem Willows, go to Salem Willows, but sometimes it's me having to prompt him. Like I remember a couple years ago, I said, I haven't been to in Rockport, which is a beautiful place. They have something called Bearskin Neck. They have the most strangest beach names. They have Folly Cove and Bearskin Neck, and they have Halibut Point. And so all of these really interesting, they have the Paper House, which is not a beach, but Rockport's a very interesting place to go. And I just said to him, it was a hot day, and I said, hey, come on, let's go. And we just went out, and we just explored Bearskin Neck like we were tourists. I think it's a lot of fun. Okay, so here I have put the glue, and I kind of want to let the glue sort of set, and actually I have this one that the glue is already set, and we are going to, I think I glued this one to it. That probably wasn't a good idea. Come on, Rita. Okay, here we go. This one here. I was in such a hurry. Clearly, you are not going to glue this part down, all right? But I did on this one anyway. Let's do this one. Okay, so here is the opening, and then you would just go like this. And the winner is what we're going to do this weekend is go hunting for clams. Isn't that fun? I just love it. I just think it's such a cute idea, and it does definitely take the onus off of me to come up with a way or something to do. Only when you're gluing it, do not glue the end. What's this one? We're going to do an outside cleanup. All right, and let's see this one. I feel like I'm at the Oscars. Everybody wants to know what's inside here. And even if you could, if you wanted to have something like pick your own, if you have more than one kid and you want to give each one a chance, and put their names. What's this? Mini golf. Fun. Mini golf's huge, but mostly on the South Shore. And then let's see. Let's try this one. See what this says. Wah, wah, wah. Oy, I glued it too much to the edge. Don't do that, okay? Do as I say and not as I do. I glued it too much to the edge. I was so excited about this. I shouldn't have glued it, but so much. Okay, what is this? Glued too much. All right, let's do... Okay, this is something that my family loves to do. It's called History Lesson, and that's basically to go to places like maybe Concord or Lexington and learn all about the history of, because we live in a very historic area, so that's what the history lesson is about. So that is our project for today. Isn't this cute? I really love it. I hope you love it too. I will make it available to you in Design Space. In my description of the video. So just to recap, this is a project this will use your maker tools, perforation, also the scoring wheel. You could, if you wanted to, use a dashed cut line for this. So everybody has a different idea. So the font, someone's asking about the font. The font is actually called Bicycle for 2, and it is a Cricut font. And by the way, I want to just show you this so you guys can understand that. You know, a lot of people don't understand this, and when they go to do fonts, let's just start. Let me take off these filters just so you know. So sometimes when you do fonts, you just get overwhelmed because there's a whole bunch here, okay? Now up here, you'll notice that you have some selections. If you have something in mind, you want to whittle it down, I would greatly encourage you to use these things. First of all, you've got your system fonts, and your system fonts are any fonts that you added, whether you purchased them or you got them for free at DeFont, or anything like that. This is your system font. So none of these are Cricut fonts. These are what resides on your computer. And if you need a quick, lesson in how to add fonts, I'm happy to show you that. And then here are just the Cricut fonts, but you'll see, look at all of these Cricut fonts. So many. I mean, I'm only on the E's. There's just a whole lot. But let's say you're saying, in this case, I wanted a writing font. So I am going to just choose the Cricut and filters. See over here, it says filters. I'm going to choose filters, and I am going to choose writing. By doing that, it really changes the number here, okay? And you can choose any one of these. That doesn't mean, though, that that these are these are not, what am I trying to say? That these are going to come out as writing. You will need to, for instance, so I chose this one. I need to make sure that I choose writing as a style under style, okay? Because sometimes these have your fonts listed, but they say single layer cutting and writing, single layer cutting, right? So you need to change that to, if you want to, you can change that in under the font itself. Let's see, lyrical letters too, and the style needs to be writing. If not writing, I could change it to regular, okay? All right, everyone. Thanks so much for coming today. I hope you enjoy wherever you happen to be. And we will see you again tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And I hope you have a great day. Please get some crafting in. Enjoy the day. You are special. And this is really a fun thing that I love doing. And I love meeting with you every day, and just wanted you to know that, okay? Bye, everyone. Have a great day.